Good morning, America. I'm Emma.
And I'm Eric.
And this is the DCWN.
We have 4 important stories to tell you about. These stories impacted the Civil War.
And here's a story on Civil War equipment.
Now to Ryan.
Hello, my topic today is Civil War equipment. I know that the soldiers had to use a variety of equipment along the war. They had stuff like guns, swords, and many other stuff. They also needed stuff to survive the bloodiest war in America, and stuff for transportation, like horses, wagons, and mules, to survive the battle of the Civil War. They were packed with first aid kit, food, and water, and many other stuff. The Union had a bigger variety of equipment because they had more factories that meant that they could make more equipment. The Confederacy had more plantations that meant more cotton. If they had more cotton, they made better suits. They had the best generals but less equipment. Back to you, Eric and Emma.
Thank you, Ryan, for that great story. Now we are going to go to Stephen. His topic is Gettysburg.
Good morning. My topic today is Gettysburg. First off, Robert E. Lee is attempting to invade the North again from Gettysburg. This war has been going on for a long time. The Confederate Army is trying to gain control of the Union capital, but the Union is pushing them back. The Union has to control all of the hills and the Confederates' artillery. The Confederate troops are trying hard to hit us, but they can't. I just got news. The war is over, and the president has a speech. Let's see what he says.
"Fourscore-and-7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation, or any nation so conceived and so dedicated, can long endure. We cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth."
It was short, it was good, but many are laughing. Some think it is important, very important. Back to you.
Wow. Now on to Harriet Tubman with Daisy and Olivia.
Hi. Today we are going to tell you a little bit about Harriet Tubman.
When she was working on the Underground Railroad, she had a major part to play.
Harriet Tubman freed 1,000 slaves, and one of her very famous quotes were, "I freed 1,000 slaves, and I can free 1,000 more."
I think that was a very, very important quote because she would have freed 1,000 more, but people were ready to catch her if she went back.
Harriet Tubman would scare slaves if they refused to go on. She would put a gun to their head and say, "You either go on or you die." But she never shot a gun at any of the slaves.
Or she never ran her train off its track, never lost a slave, or never got captured. Now that's pretty impressive. Now that's all for Harriet Tubman. Back to the studio. Now we're going to see how sneaky spies can really get.
Now to Christiana.
Hi, I'm Christiana, and I'm going to tell you a little about female spies. Rose O'Neal Greenhow, aka Rebel Rose, gained important information about the Battle of Bull Run. I'm not sure what the information was because it was never clear to people. Emma Edmonds, a Union hero, went behind enemy lines 2 times. Think about it. If she didn't get caught the first time or the second time, she has to be really sneaky. She's a really good sneaky person. Here's a couple of facts. Belle Boyd shot a man just for yelling at her mother. Emma Edmonds dressed as a man just so she could be in the army. And the last one is Harriet Tubman, prior to being a spy, was a slave. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you for watching the DCWN. Once again, I'm Emma.
And I'm Eric.
Thank you for watching. Bye.